freaky out in public, but she freaky in that bed. He never had no pussy like this fucking up his head. Turn me over, arch that back, got me face down in the bed. Hands locked behind my back like I'm fucking with a fed.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Nyethebrat, but you know that, and I'm back at it again with another video. If you're a returning subscriber, what's poppin'? And if you're going to become a brat, and that's that. First of all, may I just say, I look good and full, okay? I look good and full. I miss y'all so much. Y'all know I've been busy really getting to the money. I know I'm supposed to do a life update, but I had to just get this off my chest because this literally happened today. And I'm just tired of everybody playing with me. But before we get into it, make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram at Nyethebrat. Make sure y'all go follow me on Twitter at Nyethebrat. Add me on Snapchat at Nyethebrat. And go follow your girl on TikTok at Nyethebrat. You know, we TikTok famous now. Yes, if y'all did not know, I reached 100K the other day. I want to say maybe like 2 days ago. I'm at 102K now, but yes, I did reach 100K on TikTok. I love y'all so much. A lot of my TikTok family has transferred over here to my YouTube channel, and I just want to say I love y'all unconditionally. I love y'all so much. But now it's time to, you know, divert my attention back to my channel, and that's what I'm here for. So, as you can see from the title, from the thumbnail, I'm exposing a ATL influencer. Now I usually don't do this. I'm not that type of person, but I'm really tired of people playing with my character. I'm tired of being disrespected when it comes to me trying to get a service from someone. I'm tired of being talked down to. I'm just tired of the blatant disrespect, because y'all know me and my TikTok family knows me. I'm not a disrespectful person. I'm not disrespectful until I'm being disrespected. Can't nobody on the face of this earth that I have encountered and became disrespectful or real irate towards can say that I was just blatantly disrespectful. No, you gave me a reason to be disrespectful, and I just took it over the top. I'm that friend that you have to warn. Now, you know, don't do too much, don't say too much, don't even say nothing at all, because I'm that friend that takes it too far. I take it too far. I don't know if y'all seen that meme, but yeah, I'm that friend. I take it too far all the time. Like, it's second nature. But yeah, I take it too far. So, let me give y'all a little bit of backstory before, you know, we start dropping receipts. Because y'all already know every time I got a story time or something, we dropping the receipts, we dropping tea, period. This Atlanta influencer followed me a couple months ago. I don't exactly remember when, but it was a couple months ago. Now, she followed me on Instagram, and I was like, you know, when I see people follow me, I'm like, you know, I always look like, you ever see somebody follow you that you don't know, and you just, you know, happen to just go to their profile, check them out. So I happened to go to her profile, and this was when I first started Lashed Out. Like, before I became Brats Away and transformed, like, this was like in the beginning of when I first started Lashed Out, right? So, you know, I looked at her page, and, you know, I seen that she was like a business social media marketer or whatever, you know, helping businesses generate more sales, and all that other good stuff. Now, back then, I didn't know too much about email marketing, getting a lot of sales, because I wasn't getting a lot of sales, but I was willing to invest in all that in the midst of me still running my business. So, you know, I hit her up one day, I believe. Mind you, I don't have any of these old messages, but I'm pretty sure I hit her up along the lines of, hey, you know, I'm interested in your services. Actually, no. She has it to where you can book a free coaching call with her, and talk about like what she offers is best for you and your business. And then, you know, y'all can just get right to it, get to the bag. But when I seen that she was offering a free coaching call, I did not read in the fine print, only book the free call if you're ready to pay up front for the services that she offers you that are tailored to your business. I did not read that. Now, like I said, I take full responsibility in that. I did not read the fine print. I just saw free. And I thought, okay, well, a free little call, you know, it would at least, you know, excuse me, set me up to, you know, what packages that she got could work best for me. And, you know, I could save up towards it, or, you know, take my business money, flip it, and then invest into, you know, her services, because she had really good services that I thought were pretty dope that I didn't see anybody offering at that time. And she had a lot of reviews. She had over 100 reviews. Now, we're going to get into her reviews in a little bit. But yeah, she had a lot of reviews. So, you know, I'm not going to invest in nobody that doesn't have no reviews, that just like their page just looks like it's all for show. No. So, you know, I booked a free call. one day we ended up having the free call. So I forget how the free call went, but I was telling her what I was trying to do. And then she said something about paying. And I was like, well, wait, I'm not ready to pay yet. I don't have that kind of money, but I am willing to invest that in my business. And she pretty much was just like, this call was for, people who are serious about their business, which it wasn't that I wasn't serious. I just didn't have that kind of money at the time, but I was willing to invest in it by any means necessary. So, she kind of had like a little attitude about that. And then after that, like, I guess I left a really bad taste in her mouth. And then, it was like no bad blood, no hard feelings. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I still want to invest in her services. So I was real interactive on her stories. Every time she posted something on her Instagram stories, I was real interactive, responding to her polls, and things like that, just being an active follower. I don't want to be a ghost follower. But she unfollowed me after that, like immediately unfollowed me after that. So I was just like, okay, well, it's not that serious. Like, I wasn't pressed for having her following me. I still didn't know who she was. She had a pretty decent following or whatever, and she was obviously good at what she did, but I was just like, okay, well, that's a little weird. Like, I didn't mean any harm. And I know a lot of business owners take that to heart, because I do too. Like, don't inquire a service by me if you're not willing to pay up front, because I know how that feels. And I can be that person sometimes, but then, now that I'm a business owner, I'm not really that person anymore. Like, I have to remember, I'm a business owner too. You don't want that happening to you, so I'm not going to do that to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? And I'm being very transparent about this, because I don't want anybody or her, when she sees this video, because I'm name dropping, I don't want her to be like, oh, well, she did this and da-da-da. She didn't tell y'all what she did. No, I'm telling y'all what I did. I know what I did, and we're going to get into that. So, like I said, I was being very interactive, and I had the receipts right here on my iPad. I was being very interactive on her story still, still being supportive. And she would DM me here and there, like, I see that you've been interactive on my story. You still haven't invested in my services, da-da-da-da-da. I also offer payment plans. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't invested in your services, because the service I really wanted, like, it was expensive. Like, the first thing I wanted, I think it was like a month of like coaching with her, and her like helping me generate sales in my business. I think that was like $400. And then the following month after that, she was going to go up for $400 to $700. So then I really wasn't going to be able to afford it. But like I said, regardless of my money situation or my situation back then, I was willing to invest in it any kind of way. I was going to get that money by any means necessary. It didn't matter, because it was going towards my business. So I'm going to plaster the screenshot across the screen somewhere, and I'm going to leave it so y'all can see, right? So in the very beginning, and these were dated back in August, actually, she texted me after I had interacted with one of her polls. And I'm going to read the screenshot. Like I said, it's going to be somewhere here on the screen so y'all can see, but I'm also going to read it from my iPad in case y'all can't see. So she said, hey, I noticed you keep voting on my story and keep commenting, but you still haven't invested into my $400 coaching program that we chatted about. There's no growth in your brand. It looks like it's going backwards. Growth doesn't magically come. You have to actually invest in help. You can't keep starting over and rebranding. She put it in air quotes. You can't keep starting over and rebranding, because that's unprofessional. You need help from an expert. I also have my coaching intensives for $247. So y'all tell me what's wrong with that right there. Now, it's one thing to say, hey, you noticed me voting on your stuff. Obviously, I have not been able to get the funds to afford your services, but that doesn't mean that I'm still not going to watch your work, still, get a better idea of who you are as a business owner, because $400 is a lot of money. It may be baby money to some, but $400 is a lot of money to invest in someone else to teach you how to generate sales and grow your business, when you could technically do that on your own. But after listening to Jazz Anye, because I am a part of Jazz Anye Academy, Triple H, if you Triple H, you already know what I'm about to say. Like she said, invest into your weaknesses, hire into your weaknesses. And I was doing just that. I just didn't have the money at the time. But like I said, regardless of that, I was willing to do anything to just invest that money into her. But like I said, it's kind of a risk for me, because what if I invested $400 into her and I didn't make my money's worth back? You get what I'm saying? You never want to invest in something that you know you're not going to get your money back, or you're unsure that you're not going to make your investment back. It's important to invest as a business owner always. And I tell y'all that all the time, especially in my Life of an Entrepreneur series. I tell you all the time, it's important to invest. But like I said, $400 is a lot of coin to invest into a stranger that you barely know, and I already had an attitude from the free call that you technically weren't even supposed to have. Okay. All right. So that was that, right? So I said, yes, I know. I was honestly waiting for the right time, but I guess there is no right time. I definitely do plan on investing in the next week. Now, I was just saying that, just to, let her know, like, hey, like, I'm still interested in your services, but, now it's not the time. And at that time, I was collecting my unemployment. So, I had no problem investing in my business, and I was already investing into a social media, expert, aka the marketing go. I was investing into Sadidi Des. Now, if y'all don't know who Sadidi Des is, she is the marketing go, literally the marketing go. She is one of the best social media marketers that I've ever come across. Her team is amazing. Like, she's very genuine, and I love that about her. Like, her products, that's the stuff that she offers, her services and stuff like that. They're very affordable for small business owners. She's very small business owner friendly. And you get your pennies worth every time she drops a class, a course, a coaching call, whatever. So I had already been directing my attention towards her because, she was more affordable. And just because I couldn't afford this young lady's services doesn't mean that I was just gonna not invest in my business education at all. And that's actually when I first started investing into my business education back in August, right? So then she left me on red, right? And then she had posted a post, and I'm going to put the next screenshot here somewhere on the screen, and it said branding over color scheme. So I don't know what the post exactly was about because I didn't screenshot all that. So she was pretty much saying, sign up for my remind, text this number, say this word phrase and text this number to join my, I think it was free tips on color schemes and marketing and things like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. So I'm going to post the next screenshot, right? So I actually signed up for it, right? I signed up for it and everything, because like I said, I still was willing to invest in her. And who doesn't want free tips? Free tips are an incentive that business owners use to reel in customers. I was a willing paying customer, but I just did not have the funds at the moment, but I still wanted to invest regardless of me not having funds, right? So, and I felt like it would be useful information because Des hadn't really talked about color schemes and stuff like that at that time. And I didn't know her graphic designer, who I consider my graphic designer now too. One of them. So I wanted to invest in, free tips, just to really, because like I said, I'm rebranding my business. I have a whole new theme. I know a lot more than I did back then. And listen, anybody's going to take advantage of any information that they can get, whether it's free, whether it's paid, it doesn't matter, right? So then I get a text message from the Remind, and it says that you have been removed from the Millionaire Marketing Co. So she removed me from her Remind 101 text messaging course for free tips. So I thought that was a little weird because it was just why did you remove me from the tip line? What's your problem? I hadn't spoken to her since August. And I just thought that was weird. I commented on her post sometimes, here and there vaguely, but it was just why did you remove me from your tip line? That made no sense to me. You literally just removed me from your tip line for no reason. And y'all, it gets better. It gets better. Watch. Next screenshot. So she said, I said, hi, I just signed up for the Remind text and it says I was removed. She said, oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Why the fuck are you getting smart? What's the sarcasm for? What's your beef with me, honestly? Because I didn't do anything to you, right? I haven't talked to you in months. Let me know if I'm wrong here. I didn't know where the animosity was coming from. What's the tea? I never disrespected her. Like I said, I was a very supportive Instagram follower of hers. I commented on her post here and there. I was very interactive on her story when I could. Like, what's the problem? So I said, is there a reason why, ... And she was like, nope. Like, what is your problem, girl? Like, do you have a problem? Is there beef that you would like to resolve? Like, we're too grown for you to be doing all this sarcastic shit on my DMs. Because if you were in front of me, I probably would have smacked the shit out you. But I was being nice and very respectful because I'm also a business owner too. Like, what are you mad? Are you mad because I won't invest in your products? Like I said, $400 is a lot of money, yes, but I was willing to invest that in you. And look at how you're acting. So, hell no, I'm not going to want to invest in you now. Like, you left a bad taste in my mouth from the jump. I shouldn't have been supporting you from the jump. But I continue to support you despite your attitude, right? So, me being me, I already talked about, you know, how we don't accept fake-ass, regular-ass apologies in 2020. We accept the 4 A's. And if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. I'll link it above in the cards. It's no more, I'm sorry, No, I actually took accountability for my actions and I apologized because I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I apologize, be the bigger person, maybe we could come to some sort of solution and we could just dead all this BS. Because I'm a business owner, a YouTuber, I have a platform, she has a platform. I'm not with all this messy stuff. I'm not with all the messy-ish at all, right? So, in this screenshot, and it's still on the screen, I said, listen, I don't know if we got off on the right foot on our very first encounter, but I'll apologize for that. I was literally one of those customers that didn't read what was stated, and I apologize if I wasted your time. I signed up for your remind because it caught my eye, and I have been investing in my business education, and as quick as I signed up, I was quickly removed. I'm not understanding why. Can I re-sign up or ? And every time I was replying to these messages, as y'all can see in the screenshots, she was taking a long ass time to reply to me. Like, she left me on scene for like a good 5, 10, 15 minutes at most, and then she would reply. So then she was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. What, girl? First of all, I didn't even have to take my time to apologize to your ass. Because I don't owe you shit. Because now you're doing too much for me. I didn't apologize to your ungrateful, ignorant ass. Took accountability for my actions. Tried to better our future, you know, relationship as, you know, business partners or business as a customer. Whatever you want to fucking call it. And you just hit me with the, oh, okay. Excuse the fuck out of me? Girl, you got the right one. You got the right one, love. The right one. I shouldn't have continued to support you when you said my business was pretty much going nowhere. I'm moving backwards. I'm very unprofessional and I need to invest in you. That's not how you get somebody to invest in your business. It's a way that you tell somebody that their business isn't up to par. It doesn't matter if it's not up to par to your liking, but it's a certain etiquette and a way that you talk to people that you want to invest in you and your business, right? I'm a customer. Clearly, you know, I didn't have my ish together. You see that. So tell me in a different way. Don't just flat out say, oh, you're unprofessional. Your brand is moving backwards. It's not going anywhere. How is that uplifting me? How is that encouraging me that I can do better and become a 6, 7, 8 figure business owner? And that with your help, by me investing in $400 in you, I can do just that. I'm not going to want to invest in you now because you done disrespected me and the brand that I'm building on my own from the ground up. I'm making it out of the mud with everything that I touch. I don't get no handouts. Y'all know I don't get no handouts. So for you to blatantly disrespect me after I done apologized to you and took accountability for my actions, are you crazy? Are you dumb? All right. So I left it at that. I didn't even expose her. I was supposed to expose her that day, but I was like, you know what? I ain't even going to do it to her. I'm not even going to do it to her. It's whatever. I'm going to let it slide. And don't let shit slide. When you start letting shit slide with people, that's when everybody thinks that they can do whatever the fuck they want to do to you. And I'm not the one. I'm not one of them. Right? So I was scrolling through Facebook today, as I do on average. And I happened to see her, someone put her Instagram and her recent, Instagram post in a Facebook chat. I put it somewhere across the screen. I blocked out the chat and the girl that posted it, because usually when people post stuff from different Facebook groups, they be calling them all types of snitches and stuff like that, because they really expose everything. And just to, you know, protect the privacy of the young lady that posted this in the first place and the group, because I'm still in the group. There's nothing wrong with the group that I'm in. I just didn't want no problems, so I blocked her out. And the recent post that she made, she put that your business is ghetto, and I don't like that. What? Like, controversy, let me say this. When you spark controversy, right, and you have everybody talking about you, for example, I don't know if y'all know, but Marketing by Monray, I think last month, sometime in the summertime or a month or two ago, I can't remember exactly when, she pretty much was like, you know, glitter is basic or something. She said something about glitter and your logo needs to go, pretty much. And it sparked a lot of controversy, because the people who are using glitter that made, you know, 6, 7, 8 figures, they're like, oh, well, glitter worked for me. Then people are trying to, you know, debate about it. It sparked controversy. To spark controversy in the business industry, it's a certain way that you got to go about it. It's a certain way that you got to go about it. You don't just spark controversy, you know, you just don't do it just to do it. Like, you have to have an action plan behind it. It's a marketing tactic. I'm giving y'all free game here. To spark controversy is to introduce it's a marketing tactic that business owners use to, you know, reel in customers and to drive in traffic and sales, right? But to just flat out say that your business is ghetto, girl, what? You are a Black business owner in Atlanta calling business owners and their businesses ghetto. That's not it. Like, I don't know if anybody else would have done it and the reaction would have been different, but I feel like anybody saying that, it kind of rubs me the wrong way, because that's not how you talk to people. That's not how you spark controversy. That's not what you just say. Like, why was that the first thing that you chose to post, first of all? It's called unprofessional. You could have said your business is unprofessional and just left it at that, or said it some type of different kind of way. You didn't have to just flat out say that your business is ghetto. Because a lot of people were going to feel hit by that. And like I said, it's a controversy. Using controversy or sparking controversy is a marketing tactic that business owners use, right? So pretty much she was going viral in this Facebook group. So I was like, damn, like, she's still acting the fuck up. And mind you, I have blocked her after our encounter with the screenshots that I just showed y'all. And she was still at that pissy ass 13K. She was still at that little raggedy 13K. And when I seen them posting her Instagram following her, she hadn't moved none. She had increased like 600 followers since August. So I was just like, look at how you're talking to people. Now, I didn't post the comments or screenshot the comments, because pretty much the majority were saying, like, you know, I would not be investing into her. That's very unprofessional. Some people were saying they didn't see what was wrong with it. She could have just worded it differently. I just felt you could have just not said it like that at all. Because you were very, like, malicious about it. Like, you weren't trying to educate. And as a business owner, a lot of business owners fail to educate their consumer. You had to educate your consumer depending on what you are targeting, what you are talking about, what you are about as a person. Like, it's just a certain way that listen, y'all, I'm trying to tell you, it's a certain way that you go about these things. So I reposted it and I tagged my bestie and I told her, I was like, yo, like, this is the same chick that told me that my business wasn't going anywhere. So she ended up going on Instagram and seeing the post herself. And, you know, she ended up commenting on it and, you know, just giving her opinion like everybody else did. And this is when stuff went left, right? So I only posted 2 of the main screenshots because these are very important. Because you can't be a business owner talking like this to people in your comments and then attacking people in their DMs after you delete the comments under the post that you thought was okay to post, right? So she pretty much posted that, and my best friend had commented and was pretty much like, the girl in the screen, you could see her name. She was like, well, guess what? You do whatever strategy works for you. I'll continue to teach the strategies that worked for me when I sold hair, cosmetics, and the strategies that helped hundreds of businesses thrive. Now, like I said, back to her reviews. She has over 200 reviews, right? And I'm pretty sure her reviews, they don't show the business owners' names. They don't show, like, It just shows numbers. Now, if you're going to show a review, show more than just the numbers. Show a before and after. What was their business like before they invested in you? What was their business like after they invested in you? Because it's just like, why are you covering up their names and you're trying to post it as a review, so then when potential customers go to your highlights to see, you know, your reviews to see if they're willing to invest the money that you're asking for into you and your business, why should they? Like, you're not giving them a reason to invest in you, right? My friend responded and she was like, the teaching isn't the problem. Your delivery is horrible. You're extremely condescending, unprofessional, rude, and always undermining everyone who isn't following your tactics. And it's extremely ghetto. My friend started reading her because it's just like, it's true. Like, you're undermining people who cannot afford your products, but it's like, you're kind of targeting, like, I don't know, like, I feel like she doesn't know her target audience. Because if you knew your target audience, you're still, like, not even trying to accommodate those who can't afford your products. Not saying that she has to lowball herself, because if you feel as though the $400, $700, $1,000, $2,000 is worth it when it comes to you, your products for your business and your brand, that's fine. Never lowball yourself and never lower your prices because somebody can't afford it. But don't disrespect those who can't afford it and try to persuade them into investing in you and your business and thinking that your tactics is going to work for everybody else. Now, she said that she sold hair, cosmetics. She even told me that she sold lashes before. But it's just like, I feel like she sold it like maybe like 3-4 years ago when this stuff wasn't even popular then, or when it was starting to get popular. So what makes you think that 4 years ago when you were doing these types of businesses, that everything that you learned is going to work now in 2020? Now in 2020, everybody has a hair business. Everybody wants to sell lashes. Everybody is in the beauty industry. It's very oversaturated, but you stand out in an oversaturated market by being different, by doing what everyone else isn't, right? So it's just like, don't disrespect the people that cannot afford your products and try to persuade them into shopping with you when you're being very malicious and disrespectful and ignorant towards them. That's not how it works. Why should somebody spend that kind of money on you for you to be disrespectful to potential consumers or people who are just, you know, coming across your page because maybe it hit the explore page. Maybe it's being shared. It's a public post on a public platform. So what makes you think that people from all over, even those who don't even follow you, aren't going to comment on it? Obviously, you posted that to get a reaction out of people, and now you're getting the reaction that you want or you didn't want or weren't expecting, and now you can't handle that, right? Then she proceeds to say, this is my page. You don't follow me, so why are you here? LMAO. I don't care what you think. We can be ghetto together, baby, because I took a look at your biz page. Biz is short for business, if you didn't know. I just had to put that out there. You weren't forced to work with me, so why do you care how I deliver? First of all, you're a business owner arguing with another business owner in your comments, right? On a public platform, right? Then you try to, you know, throw in the fact that you've seen her Instagram business page and she's not making money. She's not making no type of money. Like, she's unprofessional. Like, you pretty much put her beneath you. You didn't took a step on a pedestal, got on your little high horse and tried to belittle my best friend because her Instagram page isn't up to par with yours. But little does she know, my best friend made over $10,000 within 30 days of selling hair on her own. Without Instagram. Now that's the tea and the sauce that she got to teach y'all on her channel, but looks may be deceiving, love. Just because her Instagram isn't up to par to your liking doesn't mean my bitch ain't getting money, okay? She's making money every single day while she's asleep. She's no longer considered a small business owner, love. So don't get it fucked up that because her Instagram ain't where it's supposed to be in your eyes, that she's not getting to the money, because she is. Period. Like, how dare you try to throw a cheap shot at her? For what? Like, what did you get out of that? You're sore about what she said, and if you don't agree with what she said, why are you arguing with her? You made a controversial post, and you're getting controversial answers and can't take the heat. Get out the kitchen. What are you doing? Don't you dare disrespect my best friend and try to undermine her money and pocket watch her, or try to say that she's broke because of an Instagram appearance. Girl, Instagram ain't the only platform that you can make money from. It just so happens to be the most professional and most popular platform to do so. But just because you got a little K next to your followers don't mean that you're making money. Okay? People that have less followers than, people who have less than 10,000 followers, I'm pretty sure probably make the most money than people who have more. Just because you got more followers don't mean that you're making the most money out of anybody. I'm just sorry to break it to y'all and tell y'all. And that's a lesson for y'all. Don't think that because you got a little bit of followers that you ain't making no money. You can make a hell of a lot of money with 500 followers, 1,000 followers. You got to generate those people into sale. Like, you got to generate those potential customers into potential sales. It's a certain way you got to do it. You having more followers is just an increase of your audience or of the audience following you. But it's harder to generate all that. If you could generate sales from an audience of 500, then you could do it with 1,000. You could do it 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, and so on. It's just how you go about it. Stop thinking that y'all need more than 10,000 followers to generate sales. You don't. And you're not going to undermine my best friend. And of course, my best friend got on her ass. And this is the last screenshot. And she was like, yes, it is. But your job is hanging by the thread of hoping that someone is completely clueless and desperate enough to have you as their marketing manager in order to make sales. You thrive off of the weak. People who don't know any better, and people who don't know where and how to go about their business, which is why your tactics works. You're just like a Forex trader. You bully people into feeling less about not only their sales, but about the way their business is moving, and as well, in order to get you to join your bogus class or whatever you may do. It's sick. Best friend read the fuck out of her, because that's what I should have did. But I was giving her the benefit of the doubt a couple months ago. But now that everything was being back and brought up to my attention, I had to just say something, because girl, what? My best friend had time. Stop thinking that everything that glitters is gold, because it's not. You're literally undermining people. Like I said, there are certain tactics that business owners use to, reel in customers. It's just a business tactic. It's literally just a business tactic. But for me, if I was in her shoes, my customers would be more than just a business tactic for me to earn money and generate income for my personal gain. It would be for me to personally develop relationships with them, network with them, and have them networking with my other clients. Because if I got 200 people that are making money, why aren't they all making money together? Why are they not all, networking with each other? And why do we know who these people are? You so focused on numbers that you're not really, like, come on. And then I'm going to show the screenshots of her pretty much trying to bully my best friend in her DMs. She pretty much deleted her comments under that controversial post. And was pretty much, antagonize her. Like, let me see your sales. Let me see the money that you're making. Why don't you post it? Why don't you do this and that? Third, girl. No business owner is obligated to post the money that they make. We live in an envious ass world nowadays where we shouldn't even be flexing how much money that we're making. Nobody needs to know every move that you make. That's how shit happens to you. That's how people become envious of you. And that's how jealousy forms. You don't need that. My best friend is not obligated to show you a damn thing. As long as she's making money, that matters. You already assumed that because her Instagram page wasn't up to par, she wasn't making no money. So stand on that. Stand on you thinking that she's not making no money, and whole time she is. Obviously, you're not making any money if you're sitting here in her DMs badgering her, disrespecting her, and trying to gaslight her into dropping her receipts and trying to back up her words. She said what she says, to leave it at that. You said what you said, so leave it at that. And why are you willing to argue with somebody that you already addressed in your comments and you really didn't care? You said what you said. Stand on that. You said what works, what has worked for you has worked for your other clients. Stand on that. Why are you in our DMs badgering and arguing with her? That's unprofessional as hell, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think that's crazy to me. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to argue with somebody after I said what I said. Once I said what I said, the conversation is done. You can keep going. You can keep dragging. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to hear it. And then after that, my best friend was pretty much saying, because we were talking about it. And she was saying, like, you know, she just kept DMing her like 4 to 5, 6 times in a 45-minute span. And my best friend had just stopped responding to her. And then she ended up blocking her. Like, what was your point, sis? What was your point, love? What did you gain? If you needed a little money, say that. Like, if you're broke, say that. Offer a different kind of service. You're not going to make any money with the attitude that you got in this industry, love, or any industry. That just goes for everybody. Stop playing with people's money. Stop disrespecting and undermining new incoming business owners that may not know what they're doing. Because eventually they're going to learn what they're going to learn on their own, and they're going to be making more money than you. There's people, I'm pretty sure her clients are making more money than she is. Stop being so jealous. Like, it's enough money in this world for everybody to make. And I had to share my friend's story so y'all didn't make it, so it didn't seem like, you know, I was in the wrong. Because I don't feel like I was wrong. Maybe in the beginning I was, but I already took accountability for that. After that, everything was out of my hands. You were being very sarcastic, had a disrespectful attitude, was doing all this and that for what? A couple of $400? $700? Girl, please sit down. I didn't touch 400, 500. I didn't touch 2 bands, 3 bands, 14 bands. I didn't touch all of that already. Money will never change me. Do not allow money to change y'all. Please don't. It's not worth it. And if you're going to be a business marketer or strategist or teaching people how to, you know, generate daily sales or whatever it is that you may want to do as a social media marketer, influencer, whatever you label yourself, please do it the right way. Don't do it for a quick coin. Actually know what you're talking about. Nobody wants to spend more than $400, $500 on a class or course that a cheaper class could have given them more information and has more value of. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think that when you invest big dollars and big bucks into these courses, you're going to get a lot of information. 9 times out of 10, depending on the person that's offering it, is not giving you that much information. They're literally just dropping a course and putting a hefty ass price tag on it because they think it's worth it. You're not learning nothing. The cheaper courses are way more beneficial in my eyes. Now, do I plan on taking bigger courses that cost more than what I spend now? Of course. But when I can afford it and when I'm ready to do so. Not on anybody else's time, with someone that I actually trust and someone who's not going to undermine and devalue my business. Because just like you've worked hard to get to where you at, I've done the same thing. And what worked for you may not work for everybody else. Stop. You gotta teach. You can teach what you know to other people, but teach it and tailor it to their liking, to their business, to what they're trying to offer to their consumer in their industry. Stop teaching what worked for you and expecting it to work for everybody else. Because I promise you, if you teach a class of 10, maybe 2 or 3 people will learn the shit that you did and it'll work for them. Then what about the other 7 people that invested in you? That's all I gotta say. She's blocked. My best friend blocked her. Well, she blocked my best friend. That's that. I'm done playing these games, y'all. Like, I can't with the unprofessionalism. I don't like that. Don't disrespect me and think it's gonna slide. I don't like that. I don't disrespect anybody. If anything, I'm quick and cool with the networking, you know, doing collaborations and things like that. Because now I have multiple platforms where everybody's looking at me like, yo, Nyethebrat, it's that, like, da-da-da-da. Like, everybody knows my name. My name is starting to ring bells. And I'm willing to work with anybody that's genuine. I'm willing to collab with anybody. And I'm not disrespectful. I'm a very loving, sweet person. Y'all see that all the time, even on camera. I'm very sweet. Just don't disrespect me. Do not take my kindness for weakness. And don't disrespect my friends either, because we get into the money too. It may not look like it to y'all, but it doesn't matter. We don't do it for the looks. We do it for us and to make people feel good and to just for our own personal benefit. We don't want to work for nobody else. We want to be our own self-made bosses, period. And we're not knocking anybody that working 9 to 5. If you're still not working 9 to 5, girl, do your thing, stack your bread, do what you got to do with it. But don't disrespect us. Don't disrespect potential clients. Just don't do it. It makes you look bad. All right? Now, that's all I got to say. Life update next. I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram at Nyethebrat. Follow me on Twitter, Nyethebrat. Add me on Snapchat at Nybu. And go follow your girl on TikTok. I love y'all so much. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.